Are you tired of feeling like your sustainable choices aren't making enough of a difference? This is your exclusive invitation to uncover the ultimate breakthrough in sustainable fashion, the true circular economy. We'll reveal the principles and practical solutions that promise to keep resources in use indefinitely, minimizing waste and maximizing value like never before. Don't miss these game-changing insights. Picture this. What if the very concept of waste could disappear? What if every product you bought was designed to live multiple lives, where one company's trash literally became another's treasure, and where you never really owned things but accessed them exactly when you needed them? This isn't utopian thinking. It's happening right now, and it's creating a market opportunity worth over $700 billion by 2026. But here's the reality check. Despite all of our recycling efforts, global circularity has actually decreased from 9.1% in 2018 to just 7.2% in 2023. We are moving in the wrong direction, don't you think? Welcome back to the Sustainability Side, and I'm your host Dr. Sama. And I'm so glad that you're here with us right now, because today we will be reimagining something so familiar we hardly ever question it. Yeah, I'm talking about the ownership. Today we are exploring 3 game-changing approaches that go far beyond traditional recycling, which is innovative business models that are redefining ownership, industry disruptions that are transforming how we make and use everything from clothes to computers, and most importantly, how you can be part of this circular future. I hope you are listening to us. In case if you have missed the past episodes, feel free to check the I button here, or you could check the whole playlist below. What if owning things is actually holding us back? What if the future of sustainability and smarter living isn't about owning more? Or owning more stuff, but accessing exactly what we need when we need it. Have you ever noticed how we attach pride to what we own? Cars, gadgets, even coffee machines. But here's the twist. The next generation doesn't want ownership. They want usefulness and freedom. A Deloitte survey in 2025 found that over 72% of the Gen Z consumers prefer access-based models, which is like subscriptions, rentals, or sharing over traditional ownership. And honestly, can you blame them? Why buy a drill that you can use for just 13 minutes totally in its entire lifetime? Well, I would also go with the same theory here, because across the whole world, we are seeing the same shift from the car parked idle 75% of the time to clothes worn twice before being forgotten. Ownership used to equal status. Now, sustainability and flexibility equals smart living. So what does this mean for how we design, buy, and use products? Let's dig into the circular future that's quietly reshaping everything. We will continue our next session, which is products as a service, which will be like the new definition of value after this short intro.
Sing it loud, let's unite on the sustainability side. Feel the love day and night. Let's turn the tides, make a change today. Together we define our sustainable way. With every step we take, we rise and glow on the sustainability side. Let the good vibes flow.
Imagine never buying another washing machine again, but still having one that's always new, energy efficient and perfectly maintained. That's the product as a service model. Rolls-Royce pioneered it years ago with the jet engines they charge airlines by hours flown. Now it's moving into our homes. In 2025, the Netherlands-based company Homey reached 80,000 subscribers who rent smart washing machine with pay-per-wash plans. Here in the Middle East, we are seeing similar innovations. Saudi Arabia's Tadweer Circular just launched an appliances leasing pilot in Riyadh that covers and remanufactures devices every 3 years. In India, Rentamojo and City Furnish together prevented over 30,000 tons of household waste last year through furniture and appliance subscriptions models. When companies keep ownership, everything changes. They design for longevity, repairability, and efficiency because every extra year of product life boosts their profit and slashes emission. Globally, product as services, which is PaaS, markets are growing at 20% per year, saving an estimated of 1.2 billion tons of CO2 by 2030. Ownership once ended at the checkout. Now it begins a long-term partnership between user and producer, built on shared responsibility. Are you aware of the obsolescence's worst nightmare, which is modular design? Remember when your smartphone's battery died and you had two choices, expensive repair or a new phone? Now let's talk about designing for evolution, not disposal. Companies like Framework Laptops and Fairphones said enough. Not anymore. The products are built like Lego sets, snap in a few modules. Want a better camera? Swap out the model. Cracked screen? You can replace just that component, all without sending anything to landfill. This isn't just convenient, it's revolutionary. Traditional electronics are designed for disposal. Every iPhone produces about 70 kilograms of CO2 equivalent emissions during manufacturing. But when you can upgrade components instead of entire devices, extending its life by just 2 years cuts those emissions nearly in half. In India, Ather Energy, known for electric scooters, just announced modular battery packs user can upgrade instead of replacing the whole bike. And in Dubai, Inox refuel stations now feature modular kiosks built from reused steel frames that can be relocated instead of rebuilt. Modularity isn't just a clever engineering, it's a respect for resources. Don't you agree with me?
Watch this if you are someone struggling from diabetes. Balancing sugar levels often gets in the way of enjoying simple moments. Introducing Diavita, a herbal formula inspired by Ayurveda. It supports healthy sugar balance naturally so you stay active and independent. Because every step, every meal, every laugh matters. Take charge of your health with Diavita.
Here's where we get to my favorite concept, industrial symbiosis. It's basically copying nature's homework, and nature never creates waste. And increasingly, neither do forward-thinking cities. In Denmark, there is a place called Kalundborg where its concept became reality decades ago. A power plant produces steam for electricity, but instead of wasting the excess heat, it heats homes in the city. The pharmaceutical company Novo Nordisk uses some of the steam for their processes, and their organic waste becomes fertilizer for local farms. The power plant's fly ash becomes cement. The refinery's sulfur becomes sulfuric acid for other industries. One company's steam heats homes, another waste becomes fertilizer. The result? 3% lower national emission with $20 million saved annually. Imagine the kind of plastic that typically gets thrown away. Mixed plastics, wet, contaminated, low-grade stuff nobody wants. Terra Waste is the one startup aiming to change that paradigm. Instead of being a burden, that lowest grade plastic becomes valuable input for the industry. This is where the idea of industrial symbiosis really comes alive. Waste from one stream becomes feedstock for another, closing loops, creating value, and reducing environmental harm. Now, this idea is thriving in the Middle East as well. At Tadweer Abu Dhabi, organic waste from restaurants feeds biogas to digesters that power municipal vehicles. In Saudi Arabia, NEOM's Hexagon is building the region's first fully integrated industrial symbiosis hub, turning desalination brine into minerals for construction. Singapore is taking this to the next level with their Tuas Nexus facility. They are processing food waste alongside water treatment, generating biogas for energy, creating fertilizer for the digestate, and producing clean water for industrial use. It's a masterclass in system thinking. In India, Reliance Industries converts 20,000 tons of PET bottles annually into polyester yarn. Their Jamnagar refinery captures excess heat to power neighboring facilities, that is, the industrial symbiosis at national scale. Digital tools are amplifying this revolution. AI-powered platforms like Grip and India's Recycle Exchange match waste streams with potential users in real time. Think of it as a Tinder for byproducts. Okay, maybe less romantic, but definitely more circular. Now let's dive into how these principles are completely transforming entire industries. Starting with one of the world's most polluting sector, which is fashion. Fashion is where circular thinking meets personal expression. The fashion industry produces 100 billion garments annually and generates 12.6 million tons of textile waste in Europe alone. Less than 1% of textile worldwide are recycled into new products, but a revolution is underway. In 2025, the global second-hand apparel market surpassed $210 billion, outpacing the fast fashion. Let's start with the rental models. Rent the Runway pioneered the concept of closet as a service. Instead of buying $300 dress for one event, you rent it just for $30. That single dress might be worn 30 times by different people instead of hanging in a closet unworn. Of course, being hygienic, so make sure. The environmental math is incredible, which is giving you the 30x more utilization from the same resources. But the real innovation is happening at the material level. Stella McCartney just launched bags made from Milo, the leather grown from mushroom mycelium. These aren't synthetic alternatives, they are biofabricated materials grown in labs using agricultural waste. The process takes just 2 weeks, uses 95% less water than animal leather, and the final product is fully biodegradable. Hermes, the ultimate luxury brand, is using MycoWorks reishi mushroom leather in their handbags. Can you imagine the luxury and the biodegradable thing? OMG. When Hermes embraced the lab-grown materials, you know the industry is shifting. Then there is upcycling at scale. Now we know the story of Patagonia. If you don't, then feel free to check it here in our episode 3 playlist. Or maybe you can find it here. Or you could also check in the link in the description below. Companies like Zero Waste, which the Danielle created entire collections from fabric scraps that would otherwise go to the landfills. They are taking pre-customer waste from the Newark's garment district and turning it into high-end fashion. The ThreadUp has created a buyback program where customers can sell their old clothes back to the brand, which then resells them through their refashion line, just like Patagonia. India's Refash connects the designers using factory scraps, while the Recollective Dubai runs regional clothing swaps that diverted 450 tons of textile last year. In India, Fool.co is famous for recycling temple flowers to make incense sticks and produce vegan leather, which is leather which has been exported to 15 countries. Imagine wearing something grown, not manufactured. Sustainability has officially become stylish, eh? Let me bring it back to you, because none of this works without demand. Every purchase is a signal. When you rent instead of buy, repair instead of replace, you push markets towards circularity. Did you know in 2025 the UAE introduced its national circular economy policy, which requiring producers to manage post-consumer waste? And in India, the extended producer responsibility framework now covers plastic packaging, electronics and tires, making companies accountable for recovery and recycling. Consumer movements made this happen. People like you writing to brands, choosing sustainable labels, attending repair shops, are shaping the legislation. Your small daily choices are part of global ripple that's rewriting economic logic. So today we explored how circular thinking is reshaping our lives, from how we wash clothes to how cities share resources. It's not just a design philosophy, it's a mindset of enough. If today's conversation resonated with you, don't just stop at listening. Join our growing community at the sustainability side. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, and YouTube. And if you like to go one step further, support us through Ko-fi and Patreon, where members get exclusive bonus episodes, deep dive toolkits and strategies, and behind the scene access to the sustainability strategy and tips that actually work. A lot of case studies as well. So here's a little sneak peek on what's next, as this is the only first part. In our next episode, we will be unpacking the circular economy from linear waste to regenerative systems. We'll zoom out to the big picture to see how circularity shifts, how policy, technology, and community innovations are converging to rebuild economies that heal rather than harm. Until then, look around your life. Ask yourself, where can I choose access over ownership? Because that's where the circular journey truly begins. Because here on the sustainability side, we don't just see problems, we see possibilities. Keep imagining a better way forward. As sustainability is not mine, it's ours. I'll be back soon with much more. Until next time, take care, stay tuned, curious and inspired only on the sustainability side.
Feel the joy, let's unite on the sustainability side. Making waves, shining light. From city streets to the open skies, together we rise with a love that defies creating